Juggling work and your IELTS preparation? Don't beat yourself up. With Iris Review Center, study at your own pace and schedule, anywhere with live instructors. We offer one-on-one online review sessions, and this is inclusive of updated IELTS materials and writing and speaking coaching. Here's an excerpt from one of our one-on-one online classes. This bar chart is called the combined charts or the two bar charts. Now in the IELTS, if you are given two illustrations, let's say two different illustrations, an example would be a bar graph and a line graph. In this case, you will have to describe them separately in your body paragraphs because they are different illustrations. You cannot really show direct comparison between them. However, if you are given two illustrations which are of the same kind, just like this one here, you have two bar charts. There are some considerations. So what are these considerations? First is, you need to identify, do they have the same subject? Do they talk about the same thing? So let's see. This first illustration says reasons for study according to age of student. The second bar chart says employer support by age group. Do they have the same subject? Do they measure the same thing?
No.
No. Okay. So that's your first red flag. If they don't talk about the same thing, most likely you will have to describe them separately later on. Now, another thing to look at would be the categories. Here in the first bar chart, there are two specific reasons for study, and those are for career, for interest. Also, you have the age range from under 26 to over 49. In the second bar chart, you only see the age groups or the age range. So, do they have the same categories?
No.
No. All right. Therefore, that tells you that you will have to describe these two bar charts separately in your body paragraphs, which means the first bar chart should be described in the first body, and the second bar chart should be described in the second body paragraph. Okay. Now, aside from identifying whether they should be grouped or they should be described separately, you also have to identify the main trend for each bar chart. And those are what you will have to include in your overview. So in the overview, that should be one general trend for the first the first bar chart, and another general trend for the second bar chart. So just to remind you, what is a general trend? It is the most prominent information that you would find here in the illustration, something that is worth mentioning in a summary. And remember, when you say summary, this only pertains to highlights or most important points rather than specific details.